And the same thing about this one here, right? If you will have the dictionary for this one and you want to look it up, what is the phone number of the KT? You see, you just look it up for the key name here. Right? The KT return what is the phone number of KT. And if the key is not present in the dictionary, an error will be raised here. If the existence of the key is uncertain, so it should be better that you test it for using the dictionary method in here. The same, right? The same when you work the list, you have to check if the KT here in the phone book or not. Right? If it's yes, print it out. Right? If not, you can use a get method here. Or you can use the get method dictionary here to get what is the value of the key if you have. And if it's not found, you can set the default here. Right? What you mentioned here. And you can delete an existing key value pair from the dictionary with the del statement. So that is a format here. You have the del dictionary name and the key. So when we specify the key, it will delete all of the association with the key and the value. Okay. Also, we can remove the key using the method. You can use the pop here. Or you can clear all of the content of the dictionary by using the method clear here. So when you use the clear within clear white out everything in the dictionary, and you can use the built-in lamp function. The same when you work with the list, it return how many elements you have in the dictionary here. Okay, and to print all of the key and value, we use the for loop. You see, for the key in the phone book here, and remember that if you want to print it out, we want to print both the key and its value, right? That's why you have to use the key and the phone book and the key here. You can have the key in the phone book is for this one. Or you can use the dictionary, the method item here. The item is returned as a list of all of the element in the dictionary. So see, if you want to list it down phone book item, it return all of the list here. So basically, this is the list inside the list, right? You see, you have the list here. Actually, for this one, you have one list, but in this list here, you have the three lists also, right? So for that reason, if you want to print it out, you have to use the two value here. You have the key and value in the phone book item. That is in the list of the outside list here, right? And it's in the outside list. If you want to print it out every single element of the list, you use the key and value here. Okay, so of course you can sort it. You can sort it by the method sort here. The same when work with the list here, right? You sort it in the ascending order. Right? So we see when you have the key sort here, it automatically sort it in the key order, and of course you can print it out as the key and the phone books here. Okay, so here's the sum of the method and function you can use with when you work with the dictionary. That is example we did it last time. Now you go into serializing the object. So that's the case that you have the dictionary, and sometimes you want to store it into the permanent storage. You want to store it in the file. That is the case. You have to use a serializing the object here. So when you work with a serialized object, it's the process of converting the object into the stream of byte that can be set into the file. And for the later dictionary, that is the case. You have the dictionary and you want to set it into the file. So basically, you just spread it out serially, and save it in the file here. And in the Python, the object serialization. Sorry, in the Python, the object serialization, they call it is a pickling here. They call it a pickling. And so sometimes you need to store the content of complex object such as a dictionary or a set into the file. And the Python standard library provides a module named pickle. The pickle that has the various functions for serializing. And if you want to know what is in the pickle, you can search it up here. All right. Step to the pickle, the object here. The first thing that you have to open the file for binary writing. That means you want to open the file, blank file, and you want to spread it out or the dictionary and you write it into the file. All right. And you call the pickle module. The pickle module, you have the dump method in the pickle module here. You have the dump method. to pickle the object and write it into specified file. After you pickle all of the objects you want to save in the file, you just close the file. The same when you work with when you want to write the file here. But the only thing is that in that one you have to use the dump method here. And it already included in the module named pickle. So basically you just import the module and you call the method of the module here. Okay, so to open the file for the binary writing, you use a WV. So remember the last time when you work with writing, you use a W for writing. But when you work with the pickle here, to open the file for binary writing, you have the WV. B here, that is binary here, right? Module when you call the function. So you see, if you want to write it to the file here the syntax here, you have the output file. It is the object name. It's object name. Link it to the file you want to work it, right? And you use the open. That is a file name, and that you tell that you want to write it in the binary format here. Now you call the pickle module dump function here. So that is a pickle. That is the name of the module. Yeah, you import it and you use a method. You use a function dump here, and you have the object. Object is linked to the one you already declared here, right? And you have the file. So the object is variable that reference to the object you want to pickle. I think about you want to work with the dictionary here, and the file is variable to the file object here. And remember that when you done it, you have to call the object close method to close the file here. So here, let me see. Yes, that is a very simple example. If you want to serialize it and store it into the file here. Okay, so see that because it works everything is a module, pickle module, right? So the first step here, you have to use import here to import in the program the module name. I think about you have dictionary here, right? You have dictionary here, so you have use the output format here. The output file link it to the file. It's linked to the file the format, and you use the method WV here. That means you write in the binary file. Right? And in that, see, you use a dump function here. You use a dump function, and the phone book, it is the name of the object you want to do it. The phone book here, it is a dictionary, and the output file is linked it to the file here. The link it to the file you already declared here. Right? So after this step is that store into the file. I think about if you run it here. If you run the program, you have the Python file. I think it should be better. I save the file to somewhere so I can look it up. Yes, new folder. Okay, so this one, after this step, you will generate the file, the phonebook.dat here in my desktop. Yeah, but it's a binary. It's a binary format, right? Sorry, not this one. It's a binary format. That's why I don't think you can see it here. Yeah, look very strange in the binary format here. Okay, so basically that's the process. I think about you have the huge dictionary. You just spread it out. You write it in the file. Huh? You want to store it permanently. So what happened here? If you want to access into the file, to take it out, to check, to take it out the content of the file, that is a process you have to unpickle here. Right? You have to unpickle for this one. So in that process, if you want to do with that's a great thing to file here. Now to retrieve the file, you have to unpickle the file here, the object here. So to retrieve or unpickle the object, you have the pickle. Here's a step. Again, you open the file. The file you already stored is the file in the binary reading. Open the file for binary reading. You use the RB here. Again, R is the reading. The D is the binary file. Add the mode when you call the open function, and you call the pickle model. module load here. So if you want to pickle it, what's the method you use? The last time.
WB.
Dump, right? Yeah, dump. And if you want to accept it, to retrieve it, you use a load function. And the process is the same. The process is quite the same here, right? So we see again, you have to import the module name, and you define the file here. The object link it to the file. You just create it here, right? And this is the process. You use the pickle and use the load here, the input file, and you just take it out. You print it out. What's the content of your file here? So think about again for this one. For this one again, I open the file that is read here. I save it on the same folder. I save it in the same folder here. Save it. Phone book.txt. What's the phone book.txt here. Okay. So let's run it here. Okay, so see, it accepts into the file, right? And print it out what I have in the file here. Okay, so basically the process is quite simple. You just remember two of the function you can use here. Two of the function you can use. The first one is the first one is the dump, right? The first one is the dump here. And remember that you only have to assign the object, and the object here link it to the file name. Right? The object here link it to the file name. So when you call the dump function, you have the phone book, it's the object of the dictionary. And the output file here is the object linked to the file. The same when you work with the file here. Right? You just open the object, load the object here is linked to the file name. That's all. Okay, so that is an example that if you want to get the input from the user, right? You got the input from the user here. So for this one here, right, you have, what is it? For this one here. Okay, so for this one, you want to store the information, or think about you want to store information of all the employee in the company, right? And each of them, they have a name and age and the weight here. They are dictionary, and each of them they have the three key, the name, right? They have the age, and if they have the weight here. Sorry, they have weight here, and they keep doing it. They keep doing it until what is it? They keep doing it until what is y here? Okay, right. So they keep doing it until he enter no. Think about that one, right? So think about no. What's the question here? Where's the question? Okay, here. Here. Enter more data, yes or no, right? So we keep doing it. If he enters yes, keep doing it. So for each of the iteration of the loop, what do you have to do here? For each iteration loop, you call the function save data into the output file. What's the output file? Output file is the one you define the info.int. So basically, for the first one here, when you go to the program, the first step, you know that it's always starting from the main module, right? Always starting from the main module here. So when we call the main module, for this one, when you call main module, you go to the main module here. Now you set again yes or no, right? You have yet to do keep doing it with the process here. You open the file. The file name is the info.dat, and you want to write it into the binary file here, right? And now for each iteration, you have to check if you want to yes or no. If yes, right? Again, you call the function save data here. What is save data? Again, remember that whenever program is a call function, it jump into the function, right? It jump into the function. So what is the save data? Save data is the first thing is that it creates the empty dictionary here. That's the first step, right? And you know, for each of the iteration here, you got the name, you get the name from the user. You got the age, you got the age from the user, and you have the weight, you got the weight from user, and you store it into the dictionary. You store it in dictionary. And now when you already store it in dictionary, you just dump it into the file here. You just dump it into the file. That's the process. Keep doing it For each iteration, you got the name, you got the age, and you got the weight of the employee, and store it into the file. Sorry, the first step you have stored it in the dictionary, and the second step you store it in the file. Okay, so you can see the process of this one. You can trace down again. You have the main function. It's the main function here. You have the flag again or not. If you want, you have to, again, yes, keep doing it. And you open the file. You open the file. You want to store it into the import of that. With WV, that means you want to write the binary file. Now we check again lower here. That means he can enter the upper Y or lower Y. So again, lower is equal to the Y. Now you call the function save data here. A save data is that it has the one argument is the output file. Output file that means the link to the file you want to do here. So for this, you have the list is empty here. You got the name, you got the age, you got the weight, and you store it right into the file. For this one. Again, I want to save it on the same folder. Run it here. So you want to wait 30 and wait 140. So each iteration asking you want to yes or no, right? So you put yes, again you have B, you have 45, and you have 170 here, right? And you put no. I did the program, right? So this one is the process. It is stored into the import of that here. Import of that. I go again. I have import of that. Yeah, import here. That is stored in the binary file. And again, the process. If you want to access into the file, if you want to recheck it, you do the same. You do the you unpickle. You use the load function. The same is the process. Okay, that's the process unpickle here. So if you look on the whole thing here, you can see how the process works here. Again, you have to import the module name pickle, and you go with the main module. In the main module here, you set the end of file is a 4 because you want to read everything from the beginning from the beginning element until the end of the file here. Okay. You just open the file, the input file, and you link it to the file name, and you see if the why not and the file. See the process of the reading the file is just reading, right? Just read it until you go to the end of file here. Okay, now you try it. You got the exception here. You got the exception here. That's why you try the person. You pick go. You use the load here. Load here. You take it out. I input here and display the data version. What's the display data here? You got it. Just break it down. What's the name? I got it out from that is the name of the dictionary, and that is the key name. And you take it out. The value of the key. Take it out. Take it out. So I think it's very simple and straightforward with this one. Yeah, for this one, I said it's the same file here. Okay, so just take it out. Just accept it into the file and print it out. I have the two elements here in the dictionary. We have the name, age, and weight here. So that is very helpful. Is okay if you have the dictionary and you want to store it in the file, and you know how to store it in the file and how to take it out of the value. Okay, so I think that's all about the lecture, and I want to come back to the homework here to see how we work with the homework when you work with this one. Now, so in the last,
we did 5.7.
yeah, so we did 5.7 already, right? Now the 5.8 I think that's 5.8, but it's quite similar with the 5.7. The process is quite the same. I look it.
Got to get a text file from them, and then you gotta sort that text file.
So you accept the file, read the file, right? Read the file and store it, store it into the object, and you pickle. Sorry, you
Sort it.
split it, right?
Split
It into the list, sort it. Is no. For this one, for this one, you do not need the sorting. You do not need sorting.
It's just easier.
Sorry?
It's just easier because it's kind of a pain in the butt. Because what they ask it for you is to look at that file that says "I am Sam" a bunch of times, and they want you to count how many times you. use the-
Right. So how many arm here, right?
Yeah.
How many? So basically, you do not need to solve for this one.
I just find it easier, just because you can just compare the next two.
If I were to like write out a print command, and if I have a sort, I'm like, okay, there's this many of this word, there's this many of this word, and there's this many of this word.
So
not
yeah,
necessary.
so I think the process for this one is quite the same with the last one here.
Mhm.
So the first step is just split it, right? Split it into the list here, right? And split into the list, and now you have to build another list, and in this list you only count word for one time only. Alright, so for this one you have the list here. At the end of the list, you only have the three elements. I have that. Right? You have the new list, and you have the only you count for what only one time. The same as the process we did with the 5.7, right? So now when you will have the new list here. Now you run every element in the list here. You run every element in the list, and for each element of the list, you compare with the original one, right? You just compare the original one. If it's the same, increase the counter by one. Right? If not, don't do anything. So basically, you have the loop inside the loop for this one.
Yep.
You have netted loop, right? And remember that for the inside the outer loop, you have to set the counter that is accumulator. You have to set the counter by 0 at the beginning, right? And you just run it every time the same, increase the counter by 1. Right? Okay?
Yeah,
I
I think I got that right here.
Okay, I think this one very simple. This one.
Wow.
If you want it with the 5.7, it is very simple for this one. Yeah, so basically you have the two loop here. You have to think about you have original loop. You have original loop is my list here, right? My list. And you have this one is a new list here. New list. So use the two loop. You have the outer loop. Outer loop is a new list here. So for I in range and length of new list. For this one, right? Okay, you have to set the counter 0. You have to set the counter 0 because it's accumulator. You have to set the count 0 for this one. You have to count 0. And again, you have the another loop. You see, that is the for J here. For J, you run everything in the old list here, right? And you just compare. If the new list I equal to the my list J, you just add the counter by 1. That's all. I think it's very simple for this one. I am Sam, I am Sam. Yeah, okay. That is. I don't. Oh, what? Sorry. Yeah. And now we have to do the new list. Add the new list. This new list. At the beginning, you have nothing. Oh. Minus. Not in, huh? Whenever it's not in, you add it. You add it to the new list. Okay. New list. Yeah, so now you have this one. Now we just do it the for loop as the netted loop here. So for all I land new and set the count equal 0 at the beginning. And then for j in range and then minus in new list count equal to, remember that when you compare you have to use the level equal to minus j. So what I have to do here? We have to increase count by 1. And I put equals that. What was the output expected output? And 3 and 3 century. So bring new is count. Let's see. Open up. Line 4 1. That's our bridge. One out. Sorry, not count. I think this one. Yeah, very simple for this one.
How do we make it alphabetical?
Sorry?
We have to sort it alphabetically.
I don't think so. It asks you have to sort it or not.
No.
Under the instructions. Am I Sam?
I mean, you just do sort at that point.
Is it just a?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just do sort.
Fancy.
Do you-
No, right? It's not. No.
Well, I guess it doesn't say that you have.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
So up here, up there.
Of
says,
course, if you want to sort it, it's very simple, right? You just sort it before this one.
Yeah, you have to sort it before
Yeah.
ending it. Otherwise, you mess up the count, the frequency.
Okay,
But-
yeah, right.
But, yeah.
Yeah, so it totally is up to you. You can, but anyway, if for the automatic thing, you have to try it to see how many, But actually,
I mean, you know, Professor, your answer could be wrong. The checker says you're wrong.
yeah,
You have to fight the checker at that point.
yeah, that's why you have to check it. You have to check it. But I think that the process is quite simple for this one. Now that is about the. Oh, you have to read them exam this one this week.
Yeah.
Now you have the assignment here. You have the positive is greater than 1, said to be prime. No D is other than 1 and itself. Okay, greater than 1 is composite. Okay, if not prime. As you enter integer greater than 1, then display all the prime number and display all the prime numbers like that. Okay. So this one you have to do it again and again, right? So basically, so for this one should be better, you have to define the function. Right? And because you can call it again and again. Think about you for each of the number, you have to check it is a prime number or not. Right? Check it's a prime number or not. So and again you do the loop from the number 2 up to the number, and so for each iteration you just check it is a prime or not. So basically, the first step you have to define for the prime function here. How we define the prime function? What do you think? How can you tell if the number is a prime number or not?
If it doesn't, if the module doesn't go to 1 for any of the other divisors except for itself.
Yes, 1 and itself, right?
Yeah. So you have to throw away 1 though, because.
So basically, you just define the function and you have to loop. You have to loop run everything from number 2. You will not have to check for 1, right?
Well, if you do check for 1, then everything's a prime number because
Yeah, right.
you wouldn't understand.
Yeah. So we have to check from number 2.
If gotta check to see if it's divisible by 2.
You have
Yeah,
to check
starting from
divisible
2.
by 2, by 3, by 4, and up until the up to the number.
If you
So
look at 2.
anything is divisible by it cannot be prime number, right? So think about this one here. Think about,
Like every even number is gonna be divisible by 2. So you
but
throw that
you
away.
do not have to. You do not have to go specific like this one. Okay, so think about you had I think the first step you have to define the function right here prime, and the parameter here is a number. Now, how can you tell it's a number prime or not? So I think you have to put bracket. I have to use a bracket, right? At the beginning you have 2, 4. Right? And 4, yeah, you can use the 4 here, right? 4 in range, and from 2, you want to check it from 2 up to number, right? And for anytime if number divide by that the remainder, right?
Yep.
Remainder by I equal to 0. You set it.
You want it to be
Yes.
for 1. Because, wait. So if it's 0, that means it's divisible, so that means you don't want those set flag to.
Yeah, that's why it's a pole here, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's a pole here. And of course, pole you have to break it, right? You have to exit it.
I guess
So
you could,
whatever you divide by black here. Pole. Right? And
Mhm.
break it. You want to exit it immediately, right?
could you
Right?
not just, return
Yeah.
it? Wait, I guess I would have to return.
Oh, you have to return it, right?
I don't know what you would return in that.
Yeah, but yeah,
You just-
let me try. Return black here. Okay, now let do the
I did it a different way, though I think my program is a little way too long.
I think you do not have to check everything from 2 until the number.
Well, you can
just
start
divide by
from-
2 here.
Yeah.
You cannot, you do not have to run everything.
If anything, you can,
Very slow down process. Yeah,
I
because
mean,
the last number you check is divided by 2.
well, you can, for any of the number accumulations, because you have to start from 2 and then go up and then display all the prime numbers.
Yes.
They want you to display every single number up to whatever your input, which is painful. So I just left that alone. However, if you do need to do the checker, you can technically start with 3 and then,
3.
yeah, because 2s, you can set a different condition where if the number is divisible by 2,
Okay,
then you throw it out, but then you start from 3 and then do a step counter by 2, because you can just ignore all the even numbers at that point and only focus on the odds.
Yeah, I got
So
it.
that would be faster,
Yeah,
but I didn't do it because they wanted you to look at every single number, post that, so I was like, fine. Yeah, I did a very inefficient way of doing it, but it's okay.
sorry. I
You can get rid of that one.
bring RAM X the overlap.
So if we did,
So how about 9? Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah,
so how
okay.
about 19? 2, yeah, it works, yeah. It works, so yeah, so again, you already define the RAM, right? So now, again, if you want to. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, so for range from sorry, in range from 2 to action. If from
I,
yeah, print, print 9. Yeah. See,
so if we do. Oh, I just
Oh.
saw 99.
yeah, okay.
Oh,
What wrong with this one?
for 2 prime.
Eat prime, huh? Why? Why print every one number?
Could we look at the earlier numbers? Because 19 worked. But.
Yeah, I don't know why the night. Why is it this one? 19 work for this one. That's it.
Thank you. Can we just try up to like 10 and see what it does?
Okay, let's see. Now see what happens if you have number 10 here. Oh, right, it's correct.
But then
How
what
about
99?
number?
99 exists.
Okay, so how about 99? Yeah, yeah, I don't know why. Eat brown. Or you have to specify that, or you have to specify. Equal 2. I think it doesn't matter, right?
It shouldn't. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, wait, isn't it? Is it because the true is a string and not an actual boolean?
Ah, yeah, right.
Okay, so
Yeah,
maybe
right.
that's why.
Yeah, right. That is string, right?
Yeah, so
right.
if we set it to a boolean.
Yeah,
it should
right,
work.
yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know
Okay.
what is
How
is
true?
it capital T?
Yeah, true, yeah, right.
Okay, there we go. No,
Yeah,
so that means it should work.
yeah. Yeah, right. Thank.
Okay,
Okay, so
then we
I
can
think,
get rid
yeah,
of that.
so I think this one, yeah, it is a string format, not a boolean. So I think this one, 100 here. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
it makes sense. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that list is very short, which is good.
Why number 4 here? Why number 4? Oh, yeah, the thing here. Right? The thing here, number 4, yeah, that's
no.
not, yeah, so I think it should be that.
So the list is,
So,
I mean, you can
if
go
this one
through the
work, but
entire.
it's slow down, yeah, slow down with that here. This one work.
It is just 100 numbers, so it shouldn't die.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one work. But yeah, again, if you want to pass, like you have to break it down, checking number 2 or not, right?
but, yeah. It would be faster, however, like. You're not gonna process 1,000 numbers.
Yeah.
I've done my checker up to 3,000 and I start dying. Very slow.
Yeah, no,
Let's see.
I'm running over here on 10,000, it's
No.
lacking. Oh, and done, okay.
The thing is,
3,000 right there.
the exercise asks you to print out all the numbers from 2 to that number and then tell you all the prime numbers. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it worked.
well, I guess I didn't also just do a print. I did like the end equals, so it was printing it in line. Maybe if I got rid of that.
we would have to make a check that would only look for prime numbers while printing.
I mean, this is essentially faster than what I did with the X.
I mean, it's printing all the numbers, it's even printing all prime numbers too. You can notice there are gaps in there.
Those should only be prime, if anything.
Yeah. The program should then use a loop to step through the list.
Wait, does it really not? I thought it did say that you had to print out every single number before.
Displays the element whether it is a prime number.
Yeah, that's the process here. That process only prime, print out the prime number.
Never mind. I did too many, one extra step, whatever. It's okay. My program is inefficient.
So this one very simple, right? That's one very.
That's just us copy pasting that as a definition into Python and then looking over the lecture. Sure, the lecture slides and looking at the commands. I'm pretty sure you can just take us to the commands and we can
I mean, it's
figure it out from there.
Okay, so as usual, I upload the slide. For your reference.
Please and thank you.
And remember, the next week, I think we have the lecture.
Next week, we are doing chapter 6.
No. Next week is the final stuff, so it's just.
No, not final.
No, final.
Yeah,
Midterm,
because it's
midterm.
16 week, yeah, 16 week. So next week it is the module 5. Or module 5, but chapter 6, yeah.
Okay, module 5, chapter 6.
Yes.
Okay.
So the
That's
next week, the guys that remember that we have the lecture next week, because I want you to have the sufficient time to work with the final project.
Gotcha.
So we're going to get some extra time for module 6 to pound out the final project
Yes.
into a workable state. I hear an echo.
I wonder what that would be.
So basically, the homework
I
very
have no
simple.
idea.
Homework very simple for this week.
Yeah.
But next module is like, what is it? Engage is infuriating. That's all like.
And next module,
Yeah,
let's see what is it.
Yeah, Cengage is in.
it's 6, what is it?
This one?
I forget which one. Yeah, 6-8 is infuriating because I don't even know what they're trying to ask you for, so I just
Okay.
cheated.
I have not looked it up yet.
It's okay. It's about like it's about debugging someone's code or something, but I don't actually know what they want.
Why? Why
I
not?
don't think you canceled it. You canceled the.